Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We are doing a makeup video today, so let's get right into it. I am using the Olay Essence, so that's what I use to spray on my face first. Then I'm going in with my Ole Henriksen eye cream, and I love this. It's super moisturizing and is a great foundation for my under eye concealer. Next, I use the Elizabeth Arden Skin Renewal. I talked about this in one of my favorites videos, but it just makes my skin feel like silk. It makes my foundation go on even smoother. Next is my moisturizer. I use the Strivectin Concentrate. She is super thick, so for me, I have really dry skin, so this works really well. If you have oily skin, this may be a bit too much moisture. Okay, let's get in a little closer so you guys can see what's going on. Before doing my brows, I like to powder them. I find this just helps them last all day. As you can see, I'm on the struggle bus. Next, I'm going in with my primer, which is also from Strivectin. This is really good at making sure like my makeup doesn't crease in my laugh lines. And then I just put it in my T-zone where I get oily throughout the day. Next, I'm going in with an eye primer, and this just really keeps my concealer super smooth and prevents it from like getting cakey throughout the day. If you are interested in brows, I do have a dedicated video to that, so I didn't want to make this too long, so I'll make sure I link it below. And then next we are going in with foundation. I use the Nars Longwear. I love it. I find it doesn't feel heavy, but it's great coverage. Also, I would suggest before you buy any foundation, try to get a few shades as samples. That's what I did at Sephora. I tested out 3 different shades for like a week, and that helped me make my decision, because then you can see it like in the daylight, at night. You can see it, you know, how it kind of like works throughout the day. Now I'm going in with my concealer, and I use Amande and Hazelnut just to go under my eyes and kind of all the places I want to brighten, but basically my T-zone. And I do like to let this dry down a bit. I learned that from Auntie Jackie Ina, but I do let it dry for a few minutes, and it just gives a little more coverage. And for me, I feel like I'm not wasting as much, because as much doesn't come up on my sponge. It really is just in my under eye or on my face. And then after a little wait, I'm gonna go in and blend it out. I have these sponges they're from Target. The brand is Sonia Kashuk, and they come in like a set of 5, but I really love them. They're like marble. I mean, mine are dirty, so you can't really see. But I really love the sponges because there's all different sizes, and this one is perfect for under eye. And here I just went back and applied a little more concealer because I wanted a little bit more brightening under the eyes. Now I'm going to go in and set my under eye with the Mercier brightening powder, and this is the one that looks white, but make sure, if you're interested, make sure you ask for the brightening one, because they have so many ones. It's very confusing, but this just helps make sure my under eye stays bright. And then around my face, I use a different shade of Mercier powder, but I really love how fine it is. It doesn't like have any flashback, and again, it just keeps my under eye super bright. Now you can see here I'm using the translucent powder, which is not the brightening powder. It's different. It's for all over the face, and I use it in the shade Deep, which is closer to my skin tone. And that's what I use to kind of just set anywhere that I think I might crease or get oily throughout the day. And then I am adding a light dusting of the MAC Skin Finish. I don't do this every day, but if I want a little more of a glammed up look, I do use this. And then my oldie but goodie Black Radiance contour palette, and it helps if you just make kind of like a 3 on the side of your face, kind of, you see there, yeah, that, and then go down on your jawline and then blend that out after. But I find that that's the most kind of natural way to contour. And then I'm going in with this little e.l.f. brush and contouring my nose. I'll make sure I link the brushes below too, but I believe they're all from Target. I know these are e.l.f. and I use the Sonia Kashuk ones. And I think I may use some Sigma brushes that I got from Ulta, but I'll link them all below. And this is the most important part for me. Make sure you are blending. So this is the same brush I use to put my foundation on or kind of blend it out. So I just go back over all of my contour just to make sure everything is blended in and kind of looks seamless. Okay, now moving on to the eye look. I'm using my Urban Decay Born to Run palette. This palette is super old. I don't even know if it's sold anymore, but I have just really been getting into it lately. So I'm going in with the shade Punk in my crease and just kind of blending that out, buffing it out. And I believe this brush is from Sigma, I'm pretty sure. And next I'm going in with the shade Baja, and this is kind of like a burnt orange color. I wanted a very like bronzy golden look, so you can see it there, but I'm just gonna go kind of on top of the Punk color, and I'm just kind of blending those two shades together. Next, I'm using the Accelerate shade, and it's more of like a coppery shade, just right on my lid, just to add a little sparkle to my eyes. And then for the inner tear duct, I'm using the shade Double Life, which is also kind of like a copper, but a little more, I guess, more bronzy of a shade. And that's just like brightening up my inner eye. And then I'm just going back and adding a little more of that Punk in the crease, just to make sure it's blended and brings all the colors together. While my lashes, my lash glue kind of dries a bit, I am putting on some Loreal Paradise mascara. As you can see, I struggle. I'm not a hairy person, so I struggle in the brows and the lashes. So fake lashes are a must for me. And then again, I like to let my lash glue dry a bit so that it's tacky, and you'll see it makes it super easy to put my lashes on. While the glue is drying, I am going to go in with my Sephora Pro palette, and I use the shade LA as my highlight. And again, this is a little more extra, like it's an everyday glam look. So I wouldn't use this if I was just probably going to work. But if you were going like to happy hour or like a night out, that's a good shade to use. Now our lashes are ready, and I just literally sit them on top and then just kind of like lightly push them in, and voila. I mean, I have been wearing lashes for over 10 years, so I guess I'm kind of a pro. Now that we have our lashes on, I'm gonna take some of those shades on my lower lash line. So I'm going in with Punk, which is kind of like a reddish brown color, and just sweeping that all along my lower lash line. And then I'm gonna go in with that burnt orange shade Baja and just do that kind of like towards the inner tear duct on my lash line. Now I'm gonna make the eyes a bit more sultry with my favorite Marc Jacobs eyeliner in black, and just do kind of like a light little line on my waterline. Next, I'm putting the finishing touches on my brows. I do my brows first, but since we did powder and concealer and all that stuff, I like to go through at the end and just brush up my brows just to make sure they have that natural look. And that was from NYX. And then my favorite lip combo, I talked about this in a favorites also, and I've gotten a ton of questions. The lipstick is from Nars in the shade Barbara, and then I put lip gloss on top from Revlon in the shade Snow Pink, and it is perfect. I don't even need a liner. As you can see, like, it just looks gorgeous. And here is the finished look, my everyday natural kind of glam. I really love how it looks a little kind of glam and like sultry, but it's also very wearable in my opinion. So, and I just can't stop touching my hair because I'm slightly obsessed with it. That will be linked below as well. Now, of course, if you stuck around this long, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification so you never miss a video. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and check out my blog, highlowluxxe.com. Thanks for stopping by. See ya.